Hi there and welcome to my practice. My name is Kirsty and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist associate in the state of Connecticut. If you're on this page, you're obviously looking for a therapist. Finding a therapist might feel daunting. You might feel stuck. You might not even know where to go to look for help. You might have been poking around on other sites and there might have been acronyms you don't understand, and maybe you're just starting to feel overwhelmed and maybe you even want to give up. That's why I decided to make this video, because there are a lot of therapists out there. There's a lot of different types of therapists and therapies, and it can feel really overwhelming. And whatever you're feeling right now is normal. Maybe you're not feeling any of those things I mentioned. Maybe you're feeling excited. Maybe you're looking forward to this journey. Wherever you are right now, that is okay. And I want to honor that for you. And I want you to take a moment to honor that for yourself. Whatever you're noticing right now, whatever's coming up for you, it's okay. I really want to commend you for being here, because looking for a therapist is truly brave, and it's the first step towards your healing journey or whatever it is that you're looking to get out of therapy. Let me give you a brief overview about myself. Like I said, I know there's a lot of choices and therapists out there, so I don't want to waste your time, and I just want to give you a sense of who I am, and so that you can decide if you feel like you want to work with me, because you have the right to choose your therapist and choose somebody that you connect with. So I work with adult individuals and couples, and I'm also trained in EMDR, which is a form of trauma therapy. So I offer individual therapy, couples therapy, EMDR therapy, and I also do life coaching. If you click my services button above, there's videos on each one of those pages explaining a little bit more about what to expect in those types of therapies with me. So this is just going to be a broad overview of my practice and who I am and what you can expect to find if you decide to do therapy with me. So as I mentioned, I'm a marriage and family therapist, which is an MFT, and a lot of people don't know exactly what that means. So I'm going to explain that a little bit. So essentially what an MFT is that we have specific training in working with more than one people in the room, but we also work with individuals. So when we're working with an individual or a couple, or whoever it is, we're not just thinking about the person in the room, but we're thinking about the systems that influence them and that they influence. And what I mean by systems is maybe it's work, maybe it's society, maybe it's the family that you came from, the system that you grew up in, and things that you learned from there. All of these things are influencing us because we don't live in a bubble, right? We interact with people on a day-to-day basis in other systems, and as we change in therapy, that has an influence on the systems that we interact with. So for example, if a parent is here for individual therapy and they're progressing along, they're making some changes, that's going to impact the way that they show up for their kids. And I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just going to be change. And so those are things that we might talk about, is how are changes that you're making in therapy going to impact other areas of your life. So marriage and family therapists are kind of always thinking about the broader picture. And that's not to say that we're not focused on the individual or the couple in the room, because we are, but we're always just kind of thinking bigger picture as well. And those are things that we will bring to your attention. And if that's not something that drives with you, we don't have to talk about that. That's totally cool. Maybe you're just having a lot of anxiety right now and you just need some coping mechanisms to not feel like that. That's totally fine, and that is what we will focus on. So what makes me different as a therapist? I'm going to show up sometimes with humor. I'm going to be candid. I'm probably going to curse. I am never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. You are the expert of your life. I might make some suggestions, but do you have to follow them? Absolutely not. I'm probably going to ask you to try some breathing exercises or meditation, and I'm probably going to ask you to maybe try some other woo-woo things. They might sound crazy. You don't have to do them, but they might just work. I'm probably going to ask you about what you're eating, what your sleep schedule is like, and other things like that, because all of those things influence our physical and emotional well-being. So those are things that I'm curious about. Like I said, I'll bring humor, so I will laugh with you, but when you're ready to talk about deeper emotions or more painful experiences, I will sit with you and witness your journey and validate whatever it is that you're feeling. I will honor wherever you're at right now by meeting you there, and if you just need someone to sit with you while you grieve or while you relive a traumatic experience, I will be that person for you. What I ultimately want is what's best for you and what's going to bring you most peace and joy, and what's going to allow you to live the life that you deserve, because all of us deserve to have healing. We all deserve to feel heard and seen. We all deserve a therapist who's going to be honest with us. And if you're a client that I feel like I'm not going to be the best therapist for you, I'm going to tell you that, because like I said, that's what you deserve. So those are some things that set me apart from other therapists and that make me different. I know you have a lot of choices in therapists, and I really want to thank you for taking your time to watch this video and for considering me as a therapist. And if you don't decide to pursue me as a therapist, I sincerely hope that you get the healing that you need, or whatever it is that's bringing you to therapy. I hope that you get it because you deserve it. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is on my page. And if you decide that you do want to work with me, I would be honored and privileged to witness your therapeutic journey. And I ask that you click the schedule button above and then fill out a contact form so that we can chit chat for about 15 minutes, which is a free consultation, so that we can decide if we would be a good fit to work together. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you have a peaceful rest of your day.